You guys, this is like the afternoon. Got finished from work from my other job and everything. And today I noticed that um, because usually I work different times than certain people, and it's a big corporation. So I started noticing that I knew that I was different anyway, and people could see that I was different, how I act, and even my boss was like, you know what, you're very well kept, you know. I was like, I don't know what that means, but I do know what it is when I went into the atmosphere and I went to the different location. But anyhow, and so, yeah, I look different. I look different. I definitely stand out. Um, Not as far as, well, kind of like age, but it's very. Uh, the age limits is huge. So, not too much of that, but definitely how I take care of myself, how I keep myself up. It definitely stands out. And rightfully so. I do put some effort in how I look when I go out, when I need to. It's a time and a place for everything, y'all. Y'all know, like y'all seen. It's if I'm doing regular stuff, I'm not going over the border and doing extra stuff, But if it is, um, if it's a time where I'm going to work and I need to be presentable, I'm definitely gonna go out and you know um, look a certain way. Um, and so um, that's what I was doing. But I got one complaint from somebody that I didn't really, not to say that I don't care for them. Well, yes, I don't care for them. Okay, I can see, how you have those people that's at work that they cause a lot of trouble. The first thing, oh, it's just so bad. I already put oil in and everything, but you know how people are when they at a job, they don't have stuff to do, they don't have a lot of goals, and they start being around people and they become messy, you know. Um, and so if they don't have anything to talk about, they gotta find stuff to talk about you about. But if you got all good things, then they gotta find something about how you look, how you breathe. They gotta find something. Your toenail looking messed up. You got a chipped nail. You know, your smile is crooked. That kind of thing. So, this individual was talking about my makeup. Oh, they hate the way that I put on my makeup and my eyebrows. I put on my eyebrows, so dark and so heavy, and um, or other days I put them on very thin. And why don't I just go ahead and shade them in, right? Why don't I do this? And why was my skin tone? Ugh, why is my skin tone with my hands a certain color? And why am I like multicolored? Now y'all know because of what I went through, the big C. Who um but I didn't think it was a necessary thing to explain to anybody. And matter of fact, I didn't hear it from her. I just heard it from other people telling me. But I knew this person said something. And you know, what I got from it, because I've had instances like this before. I know it's because of jealousy. I know it's because of jealousy, because I come in there professional. I come in there and I can present myself. I can come in there and I can make things happen regardless, and still do it professionally with a smile. Some people can't stand that from you. They can't stand that you can get back up even when they try to tear you down. So that was one thing that I knew, it was jealousy. But on top of that, I also knew that the reason why she was telling them is because they were listening to it, even though they thought it was wrong for her to say all that stuff about me and everything. And some of them, I thought you was a nice person, but you were there listening. So, think about that. It's those are the cowardly. Opposites do attract. And think about it like this too. Another thing is, this woman, when I come in, this woman always got to be around me. If you don't like me this much, why would you be around me? Why would you be around me? Um, and so, like I thought about, like, opposites do attract. Opposites do attract. You see that flare, you see that glaze, but in order to overcome this situation, The only thing you can do is be better and be around like-minded people. Don't get at other person no energy, because if you're going into a more positive direction, you have to be around like moves like forward. Opposites attract to where they're connected and they don't move. The energy is just going tug of war. They're stuck. They're magnetic. They're connecting, like, right next to each other. Okay. But when they are, um, oh shoot. But when they are moving, when they are all aligned in the same direction, the current flows. The current flows. So understand that. Understand that y'all are not alike. Y'all are not the same. That's why. That's why she got to pull it out. That's why people got to go and talk about you. You are not the same. You are not the same. Most of those people, they also talk about me having a used car. But a lot of those people ride the bus. Well, a lot of those people, the ones that don't ride the bus, they got a car note on a car that's freaking 5, 6 years old, and it's $500. Some of them got newer cars and it's $1,000 a month, which is a little bit over half their paycheck. So you got to think. You got to think about that. We don't even think the same. We don't even think on the same wavelength. We don't even think on the same banner. We don't think the same. Therefore, we are not the same. We could never be the same because we don't have the same mindset. We don't have the same mindset. And not only that, you putting down people. And I'm thinking about ideas and creating new ideas and creating systems to help other people. You too busy trying to tear people, including me, down. Like what? We are not the same. So don't get bottled up. I used to, and I had to catch myself. Like, you cannot get bottled up with these people. Some people are stone cold dead to stay in that karmic situation. And me, I used to be very petty. I'm telling you, they really called me Petty Betty. My nickname is Betty Spaghetti because I was very skinny. But they also call me Petty Betty because if you go low, baby, I'm going lower. Like low, you'll be like, Bill, you did not have to take it that way. But just like you took it there, like going on. First I'll be like going on for a minute. But after a while, baby, I go to the point of no return. And so God had to get inside of me and really work on me not being like that, because it's draining me and taking too much energy for me to get my lick back. Like, y'all, I still have to pray about that, because I was just like, man, I looked at it, I'm like, man, I could rip this person into shreds with my words. Not only that, I know I could take her. I mean, those feelings, those emotions, those thoughts that you think before, they don't change. You just know you have something greater to accomplish, so you let that go. Ain't nobody, she ain't trying to start her own business. She ain't trying to do none of that. I'm doing all of that and above. I'm working on number 3. I'm working on number 4. I'm working, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what I look like? What does someone, I'm gonna put it like this. What does a millionaire look like fighting with somebody who is broke? A dummy. A dummy. Because you know what? Somebody who broke and got a broke mindset ain't got nothing to lose. If anything, they got something to gain from you fighting with them. They can sue you. They can take you out. They can diminish anything. And guess what? They don't care. They don't care because they ain't put no investment in their life to make it better. You got to think about that. You got to think about that. Not only that think about you being a believer, because this comes into that too. I'm telling you. The closer you get to God, the more people want to hate, the more people want to do all this other stuff, and say all kind of crazy stuff. And don't be too quick to jump and attack people when they say stuff like that. You got to let God work his thing out. Sometimes it can turn people's mindset around to embrace you. So you have to really let that go. Also, you got to think about this, even though it looks like you got one enemy, but you got to think about all the other people who was around that person and didn't say anything to that person. It was only one person that everybody said something to her, and stood in my defense. And that was somebody that I already knew from a while back. But My thing is this: don't take it as these people are your friends just because they telling you. Go ahead, just because they telling you, what's going on. Some people just want to see mess for themselves. You know, I'm telling you. But you got to think. Come on, you are not going over there by that water. You got to think about it. Like these people, no, no, no. You are not like those people. You are not like them. That's why. That's why it brings them to their knees. That's why they got to point at you. You know. And this I'm not saying it's got to deal with a whole bunch of money. Yeah, it's not money but currency. And when I say currency, it ain't those dollars that we call. It ain't U.S. dollars, Haitian gourds. It ain't none of that. Pesos. It's none of them. None of them. Shillings. None of them. Okay. I'm talking about the currency you got inside of you. Because these people who got to dog everybody out, they feeling very low about their doggone selves. You know, they feel very low. They feel very low and insecure. And so, let them go. Let them be. You ain't got nothing to prove to them anyway. The proof is in the pudding when you start rising up. And they start seeing you disappear. And you don't feed into it. You don't get them no emotion to what they doing. And they see you getting better and better and better and better. And they still at the same spot or getting worse. Because I tell you this. Somebody who gossips and talks about people all day, every day, eventually they end up being by themselves, or they end up being around people who gossip about them and talk about them. Because people who smart enough, who really trying to do something, they know they ain't got no time to bring nobody down. They don't have time for all the extra stuff. They really don't. So, yeah. On that note, I'm going to get off of here, y'all. Have a good one. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.